Hello, Iggy. How you doing today? Getting myself all situated here. It up. And whoosh. Whoosh. Adding my own sound effects. Whoosh. Oh, shit, that was loud. Okay. Down a little bit. Anyway. This is kind of my part for the course right now. I have to, like, let it sit to see if I can get in the first place. And then I decide when to go live. Depending on when I go live. I mean, when I get in, not when. Ironically enough, the queue wasn't that long today. Plus the other time came from doing other things around the household. Who's cooking behind me? There. Okay. Coffee's almost done. Let me adjust all this stuff. Alright, let's go! Oh yeah, and they gave me this new axe. I'm cutting things while I'm cutting things. It's weird looking, but the buzzsaw is a nice touch. Kinda weird that'd be a thing in this one. Okay.
No major injuries then.
That just looks
Good.
steampunk, right? Kinda cool looking.
I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as
Gears
quickly
and
as I
blades
could,
and-
but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
As motion.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives.
Coffee.
Though not all, I regret to say.
Yeah, they tried.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
I don't want to go anywhere when I stop stream, so I'm in pretty much in the same spot. It's gonna get interesting when crafting gets done. At some point I might stop streaming this, but I might just keep going. I don't know yet.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much.
Yeah, no shit.
You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak.
Wait. Oh, okay,
Once
there's
the
still people
airships
in
are
there.
taken to the skies,
Never
I
mind.
pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
Yeah?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions.
Yeah.
Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds
A big
before,
creature is on
we
our
need
back.
men of courage now, more than ever.
Might as well give somebody a gun. Managed to get back into Midgard so more. Fuck me, I'm not doing that again. Yeah. Yeah, because he might not be able to get
We
back.
swore to defend Garlemald, and so we shall.
How you doing today, Rusher?
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then. For
I mean,
mine
besides
own
the stress of trying to
duties
get back at
await.
the Midgard.
A moment, Master
Oh, going
Fortunato.
okay.
You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I'll say in a second. I'll wait till I'm done speaking.
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Sharlayan alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
I'm
It is
down.
nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Mainly you just farm tombstones.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor. Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent.
Terraria with a main
You can regale us with tales of your most
RON?
recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
What's RON?
Did you...
Oh,
hear
ready or
something
not?
just
Oh,
now?
that's right, that's right. What are the bunny people? What the fuck? Guess she just really wants some pudding. Zombie bunnies! Punt it quick!
Where, oh, where is this star's blasted pudding?
Okay. That's a new fetish. Why are they even down here? They're supposed to be on the moon. Y'all ain't supposed to be down here right now.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night, and to this bitter clime bring warmth and comfort.
Why'd you bring the bunnies down here?
'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
I'll wait.
Verily.
Because I'm
I fear
confused.
for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments.
You don't have to go into detail. Tell them you're cold.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans.
Look up. You'll see what the change of the plan
It's
is.
rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands. Come down here and help, if our help be needed.
Kinda, actually, yeah.
So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Atheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the
These
impending
things-
doom, but still.
Causing
And it's
some
not like
levels
there
of
will ever
cringe.
be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom,
What are they planning on doing?
Marvellous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I must suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Essentially, killing them by cuteness. Essentially, they're the pilots of the moon.
Consider the plight of present company before you go blathering
They're
on about
our
pudding and
pilots,
doom.
among other things.
Ahem. As I was saying,
It's just so
should you
weird.
require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal.
I should just send a message.
Born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it?
They're like
Aye,
hyper smart,
not when you've all got such precious thoughts,
piloting bunnies.
feelings, and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
Forgive me, but are they...
Yep, that's the moon pilots, people thingies.
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last.
Mmm.
I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important, as am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
I, bid you welcome
Even
to
he's
our
like,
star, Hydaelyn. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance.
He almost
to
broke
meet
his
us.
character.
As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I
Oh,
should be
shit.
happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Sharlayan, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
Somebody give that other bunny some
'Twas
pudding.
with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperites made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
Okay.
'Tis trite, perhaps, but I followed my heart.
That's not like him. But, okay. Put that pause there. We did, when you asked how I was doing, right? We did have an issue last night. One of the, we have, like, 4 dogs in my household, right? 2 of them are older, like, much older, and 2 of them are still pups. One of the pups had gone out last night. It happens. It happens. He's fucking Houdini. You gotta, like, watch his ass, otherwise he's gonna get out. Make sure you... He will, like, obey you if you're looking at him. If you're not looking at him, he's bolting. He got into the neighbor's chicken coop and took one of the chickens. And the chicken's dead. He didn't really, like... He didn't, like, savagely attack anyone or like that. I don't rightly know. I think it's no, it's one of the breeds of pit bulls. And he's not a bad dog. He was more like just wanting to play. He's running around with the chicken in his mouth, like not biting hard, but he was still moving around and well, it died. So we let the neighbor know. He came to us later on and was talking to us about it. And for the first time in a while, I met a decent neighbor. He's like, look, my ex-old lady, she had got these chickens. They're mine now. And while, yeah, I am a little upset about the chicken being gone now, it's a dog. He wasn't like, he didn't press anything, he didn't do anything about it. He's like, look, you mind your own business, I mind my own business, so we'll just count this as a loss. Just try not to let the dog get out again. Yeah, sure. He's a good dog, it's just... we gotta still train him better, and... the training is killing me because they don't really do much with him. The way my dad taught me how to raise dogs was... they need to both... you gotta have dogs love and fear. Not in, like, they're terrified of you, but more like they understand that you are the alpha. These pups still need learning. They're good, lovable dogs, but boy, do they disobey sometimes. You really gotta train them not to do that. Good to have you back. Gotta get him a jacket or something so he doesn't die.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well.
As far as I heard, pups can be hell.
At the forum and
they
lend
can
thine
be.
own wisdom.
Between potty training, you gotta train them not to chew on everything,
Can we start moving
except for the
before
designated
Urianger catches
toys.
his death? Even I'm freezing out here.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. Get him some jackets.
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
Thankfully, we got him past the chewing phase. They're pretty resigned to just have their own specific chew toys, and the one that keeps getting out, he's it's more like if he likes you and you actually come out, like come into the house, or in my case, I leave my room. He'll like go into the room, pick up one of his toys, and just start following you around with this toy in his mouth. Partially because he wants you to play, partially because he wants to show off. Because that's how that pup is. Thing is, I didn't sign on to raise the pup. I don't mind helping every now and then, but it's not my dog. I brought on the cats because I'm more of a cat person. I love dogs, don't get me wrong, but I'm more of a cat person because they can be chill and calm and they don't always need your attention. A cat, you give them a good scratch every now and then, they're fine. A dog wants your attention all the damn time. And it's theirs and I try and help, but again, they're not mine. I dare say Master Franchal was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of Heideland's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the forum. I should just return to the annex forthwith. We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the rostra. His language always screws me up. The only reason I'm partially used to it is because of things like D&D. I want to swim. That must be another... I'm gonna have to go on a full-on like, exploration mission after I'm done with the main story queues just to find where all the flight paths are. Okay, must be to the mainland. Ooh! Oh, wait. Nope, that's not the right key. Huh. They don't have the reduction in teleporter cost one. About to go buy some of that soon then. Especially now that I'm in the quest far enough where I'm no longer being guided. See, my American Staffy Cross, we don't know what, is not violent or anything, but she gets emotional. If she hears someone entering the front door, she starts losing her mind, running around like crazy. She even piddles a little, and I think if she's anxious, feel that. She starts to chew on things. Okay, so she just kind of loses her mind when somebody comes to the door. If it gets bad enough, you might want to try some of those, I don't remember what they're called. It's this, I had to ask my mom about it. There's this little dog, like, treat that helps, like, calm the nerves. It's like, we also have one of those, I think they're called Thunder Buddies. They're like some little jacket that you could put on the dog during the thunderstorm to help calm them down. Because during fireworks and thunderstorms, our dogs have problems with that. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Aetheris, I did inadvertently awaken in Leopardus a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Where do I go from here? Prowl tells us we have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, so I'd rather hear them first. To what revelations did Hydaelyn's Elpis flower lead? Well... That's a long story. Reminds me last year, New Year's fireworks went off and a neighbor's dog straight up ran out of the house. And she's not a small dog, like, she's like 3 now. When she's excited, she'll run towards you and swerve at the last second. But if she doesn't swerve fast enough, she'll 100% take your legs out from below you and put you on your horse. Sounds like she has a lot of bundled up energy too. Like, that kind of tells me that, yeah, she has a lot of energy, so just gotta like play around with that. Exhaust her, you know? Then this dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasa are one and the same, this all but proves Nidhana's theory. We're an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river. Its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our star is so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamis of the grand expanse. Meteon. Yeah, like you gotta have like, for a dog like that, it's more like you gotta chase them around the house type thing. Just wear them down. When they're too tired, they can't really keep that up. That's my advice anyway. Or rather, the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she had been hoarding for millennia. Yeah, we keep her inside and we don't take her for walks often, so she doesn't get to burn a whole heap of it. Yeah, that explains a lot right there. Since she's so cooped up, she has all that energy just ready to burn. And since she's only 3, she's pretty young, so still there. Older dogs like the older two we have, they don't really bother too much with exercise. One of them has some bad arthritis, so he really can't. Untold anguish and fear and hatred, drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose: the destruction of Aetheris. I don't know why I get so tongue-tied sometimes. And our foe is no longer some unknown calamity. We have but one aim: to defeat Meteon. Yeah, and how the fuck do you suppose we get to there? Make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteon, and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are 2 conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteon escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vana, a woman who would become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, so we cannot assume that our Hydaelyn and the Vana you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities and all-powerful being, I'd wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Aetheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteon? I don't think that's what it is. I think the ship is more to chase Meteon, not the other way around. Aye, though not for lack of trying on Hydaelyn's part, surely that's why she used me as a conduit for her will, and provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteon. Naturally, our chosen method would depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. We have a ship! The moon! Then communing with Hydaelyn must be, by necessity, come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Arden Voln and other Echo-based blessed allies, she couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, built closer to home. I thought I heard a knock. And I know it's not mine. Sorry to interrupt, we've just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. If I had to guess, we're not using the moon, obviously. I was able to persuade them. What I'm thinking is, whatever the Forum made up as their own method to transport, that might be the ultimate means of us getting to Meteon. I'm assuming. I don't know at this point. We're going into space, boys! They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. Because Meteon is out in space, not on Theris or this planet. Boom, 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 boom. Boop. I can't wait to actually start doing crafting in these areas, though. Start decorating my house with new stuff. Not that I don't have a lot of stuff in there to begin with, but... The Forum is in session, and as such, the Rostra is closed to visitors. Sign on the 7th dawn? Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, the sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war were expressly forbidden. Yeah, sure. I didn't expect to be taking my big spinning blade axe in there. Ugh! This is such an interesting design. He's dressed up in all Halloween stuff, looks like. Weird. For a split second, I didn't think I clicked on it. Voice dialogue. Blah 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 blah. What are they saying? I don't know. That's always been saying for past hour. Blah 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 blah.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends.
Give us a ship.
By your leave, of course.
Well, yeah, I mean, shouldn't be asking us for it, but sure.
Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
I have an idea what to plan to do anyway, but I want to see if I'm right.
Attention, the ad hoc session will now commence.
Ad hoc? Good lord, spit out that loogie, man.
The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, at their request, on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
Little Alphino's grown all the fuck up. He's grown the fuck up.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzat-Han. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well.
Yeah, we did kind of save the rest too.
As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
Finally, you guys are actually responding
Then
properly.
let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years.
That's what I figured now.
We have collected
Didn't figure it out at
biological
first, though.
samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups.
What?
The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after.
Okay, so all the goods are shipped
Following
first,
our
then the
people,
people.
We will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies.
How fast are you going to be doing
Radzat-Han
this?
was foremost among these. But since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
Maybe not the tribes.
As many as we can.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Which means...
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside, are your plans proceeding apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
Oh shit, they're behind schedule. shit.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today.
Then launch it.
However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Seven hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
You guys are banking on a ship that's not even ready.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem? We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
We kinda need to speak to her.
'Twas simple enough to deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the Anti-Tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
Which is to get to Meteion.
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Yeah.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
Oh, okay. He's willing to take it then.
Delightful as always, Master Alphinaud.
I like that guy.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself.
Yeah. Not wrong though, we could blow everything up.
Yet,
again.
What field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration. I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
I mean, it's a good proposal.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate.
I mean, fresh perspective to fix an engine that they're still faulty on, and...
All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
We can actually speak to Hydaelyn. As she is now, not back then. Because at this point, she might know a different way of getting there. Looks unanimous.
71 in favor, 28 against. The ayes have it.
Whoever says against can go fuck.
Fourcheneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
He didn't want them to. Come on, man.
Very well.
Cheer the fuck up already.
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
What are y'all gonna make me do? I'm a big warrior, okay? I hit things hard with an axe. It's not exactly as if I'm very scientifically inclined. If y'all don't tell me how to do it, I don't know. Sorry about not letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was, admittedly, thinking on my feet for the most part. But since we require both a means of communing with Hydaelyn and reaching Meteion, in the spur of the moment, I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the Ether Burner. I like to think this is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an Ether Burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. Are we gonna bang the bunnies? No! If I was gonna bang a bunny, it was gonna be a Vera, not a... that. They're not really my type for one. Two, that just sounds like death. For them, not you. As instructed, I shall take you to see the Ether Burner. Meet me outside the Archeon. I trust you can make your own way from there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Question is... I was right. Wonders of teleporting. Teleport! Ugh. Ugh. This has a 9th cycle too? God damn, people. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archeon's lift. Step inside and have a feline take you to the Meteo circuit. It's a traitor. Gotta get those set up. That's when you start doing crafting. You're gonna have to talk to the gem guys to get unique pieces to craft. I need to go down. You wish to leave the lift, Ress? Swear, Dito, what the fuck? I have sent your associates ahead to Logiston Alpha, on the other side of that place. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to... No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. Are you gonna inquire on your kids that you don't see anymore? Actually, hold on. Somebody gave me a mount, so I want to use... That's so cool. It'd be nice when I can fly in these zones. Ooh-wee. So how you doing, Dito? How's your day been going? But again, the bunnies are our pilots. They drive the moon. The fucking moon. Ah. This mount feels so much slower on the ground. The fuck? Let me in! Okay. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Ooh. What I missed, sorry, I was hunting for ether currents in Garlemald. Totally fine. I guess I'm going down to see the ship to fix the ether burner. Except I'm not sure what they plan on me doing because I'm a warrior, but okay. I can cut things with an axe while I'm already cutting things with the axe. Here being Logiston Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Building. Water is drawn from underground and dispensed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Yeah, that's the thing I gotta do later, like after I'm doing all the MSQs, is look for all those ether currents. Hold on, how do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It is all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Liberatus in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. Subterranean guardians of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiarch, the habitations built for all mankind beneath the moon's surface, each unique, yet undeniably similar. See, much better. Yeah, I'm trying to find a more comfortable middle ground. I don't want to go too late so I can still get the queue times, but not so early that people can't be here. I'm trying, okay? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay, Willow. We had a slight incident with our pup yesterday, but he so we have 4 dogs in this household. 2 of them are older and 2 of them are little puppies, right? One of the puppies is a fucking Houdini. Oh yeah, he's totally fine. But when he got out, because he's a puppy, he likes to play. Well, apparently he played one of the neighbor's chickens too rough. He got out and we had to chase him around while he had a chicken just hanging from his mouth. Didn't eat it or anything. He was just trying to play with it. It was just got too rough with it, as I knew he would. And we informed the neighbor about it, and he came over later and talked to us about it. He told us apparently they belong to his his ex. And while he was a little bit upset about it, as he put it, dogs will be dogs. And you don't really do anything malicious to me, and I don't do it back to you, so we'll just call this one a loss and just don't let him out again. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not happy the fact that he got out and got a hold of it and killed a chicken. But it could have been much, much worse. The guy could have been out for blood. And we're gonna eventually pay him back for that chicken, of course, now. If he accepts it at all. But how's your day been? Now that I've come at it a better time. I did this yesterday too, so that's awesome. At least he was understanding. A dog's a dog, he was a little puppy and wanted to play. Which is why I've been keeping an eye on him when he gets around my cats, because I'd rather him not do something like that with my cats, even if he's just playing. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos. Oh yeah, I already read that. It was no mere coincidence. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos, preparation for the Great Exodus. But that is not all. Other than the morning routine, I'm just waking up. Then, yeah, just coffee. Sorry, yeah. There's also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Though the Loporritas have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive while all is barren. Alas, time is not on our side. I have arranged for you all to enter the Central Circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to said restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust, your trust. Now let's proceed. Okay, I'm curious as fuck what's down there. Everything's experimental. By decree of the Forum, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the Central Circuit. Also, they gave me this cool axe for one of the missions. It's supposed to be an axe, but it's a buzzsaw. I'm cutting things while I was already cutting things. I don't know how to feel about it, but I love it. Huh. The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Kokol Donko, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Always like the way they did the weapons. Yeah, me too. It does make me wonder what some of the more end game looking weapons are. Because I'm keeping my relic axe as my as a glam. Because that thing took me forever to get. That thing was nigh impossible to get. This fucking thing. I'm gonna hold on to that for my, like, final type glams. What are you? What is this? I'm guessing some kind of testing station. Even at nighttime, this is still pretty as shit. What the fuck? I want to get a replica of Cloud's blade. I'm trying to remember if they actually have the Buster blade. That would definitely be a Dark Knight weapon, because Dark Knights are the only ones that use swords, well, the two-handed swords. Also, the problem with the Dark Knight is that I have, even if because I would love a copy of the Buster blade too. Hold on a second. Here's a prime example, right? I have the Dark Knight. So you can have like a big two-handed sword, but when you use it, this is the stance you take with it. So it's not Cloud's classic stance like this, it's just like that. Oh, that's idle phase. But yeah, like that's your combat stance with it. Which is a weird stance, but yeah. Yeah, this Dark Knight and the Ninja are the closest I can get into these places, but if I change into any of my other classes, I'm probably gonna be targeted by something across the board.
I could swap them out.
Oh.
No, been there, done that.
Wait.
Damn near lost my eyebrows.
That is an accent to give for fucking Lalafell.
We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think.
Yes, that does sound rather lovely.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. Blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse. Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the Etherburner conundrum.
Not seen you lot down here before.
That's because we're not from the Forum.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
What the fuck does that mean?
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the Etherburner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you,
oh
the
god, the light
Etherburner
change.
burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
The fuck?
Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb. But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Ooh.
Hast thou consulted with the Loperids?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive.
No.
It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say, and as I most certainly do not.
Yes, exactly! Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology! You're trying to drive me mad!
It's a tiny little boat.
Refined
Speaking of tiny little bunnies driving a tiny little boat.
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allagan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded. As I recall, the record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Dalamud? Oh yeah.
That's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of Aoife come rushing through. Ain't a living soul that knows how to make it though.
I think I do.
We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the
I don't
Aoife
think so,
girl,
I'm
who's
just
just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with. Drive calls from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
I understand. That's a dungeon.
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
That's why I come in. Let me do it.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
Think so, yeah. Oh, the White Raven's ghost. It haunts me.
Heavens, are you all right? You look pale as a... Well... Let's put that battle from your mind for now. Deep breaths. That's it.
Oh god, yeah, I remember the White Raven. It was a boss fight in one of the Corals of Bahamut.
Hulks in Eorzea alone.
One of the very
handling
first
this
raids.
ourselves may not be the most efficient option.
We can do it.
Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously.
Ah, you spoil sport.
Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
No.
Of course.
Fuck.
The floor is yours. What's all this?
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward. This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
It's time to go dungeon delving.
Understood. I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
My sisters are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether. Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists, or enthusiasts.
Enthusiasts? Which means what?
Magical artifacts of Allagan design? The
Oh.
Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Essentially, that's what we're doing. We're going for the right one.
Is there
Looking for a
anything
bit,
you
have to
offered that
adult.
might be of use to you?
Totally understand.
What did you say?
Thank you for the lurk.
Oh, you got friends in far places, lad. Anyway, if you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
Really, that is the weirdest accent to give a
I
lot
gather
of
you
hell.
heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable relic?
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship. I am glad for the work, in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking. And I'm a born plunderer. I'll be an old Sharlayan before you know it. Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way.
Oh, I want to go dungeon delving.
Now let us consider our next steps, shall we? There's yet much to be done.
Plenty of ether. Plenty of adamantine to help regulate ether. Some shit. You have any sort of pride for that kid? Come on, dude. He just took over the whole operation in a matter of minutes. It's times like these we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphinaud has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much with a single Link Pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? That's for me to know and you to find out. Oh god. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck! Oh, wait. Meanwhile, Anuda. Sorry. Voice?
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make. Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. Call upon the Sultan Sworn and Brass Blades for support as you must. Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches.
Stone torches?
They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins.
Miners.
And to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade, clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth?
Badgers are vicious?
That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now. Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Maybe I should move my mouth. Okay, so the Ulda's rallying around rounding around. That's good. The Black Shroud. Fucking Alphinaud just like in a moment just snapped to with everything. Gridania, okay. You and you and you. Okay. That kid is like way too young to be in charge. But oh well.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses. Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Oh, nope, you have some offensive means now.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Hi.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk. So we said to ourselves, why not lend our neighbors a hand? We thought you might be short on people with a talent for breaking things.
That's cool.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiencies so plain to see.
They are very plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
Right.
Then I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
This way, your healers have punching behind them. Because Ulda and Limsa are fine.
I won't let
What's
it all
with
be
this
for
music?
nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Music is cool, but it almost makes you feel like something's about to turn. Kothers. Oh. friends that.
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
Oh, God. You had to bring him back up.
That was a roar. A dragon's roar.
Why? Oh shit, what's going on with the dragons right now? Are they being affected by this? The Ruby Sea, so Doma.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Lolorito himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
Yeah, one of the turtle guys.
Hmm? Is that?
Yeah, it's Leonardo. I mean, Raphael. I
Hancock?
mean,
What a surprise this is.
Kidding.
And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
wait. That was that? Am I tripping? Trying to figure out which one of these I don't really need. That's gathering. I need that still. Don't need that. Wait. Huh. At least the armor is going to be matching the sword. I just wish they gave it to me bigger than just the one piece, but alright, fine. Let's go with that. Though our friends are searching for the refined adamantine and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there all else we could do be of service? You've done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about Allagan technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and Graha established a repos, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our agreement, but I propose this is not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be a great opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. And if nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. Sure. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you have a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Charlie and Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. That lot need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Oh, I forgot how big this mount was. I'm coming! No, not banging the bunnies. Eating, sleeping, banging, yeah, but we're not bunnies. I am human. I mean, that's for people that eat rabbits too, yeah. Or rabbit, anything. That's on you, that's not on me. I don't dilly-dally with the bunnies. What's up, Brusher? You might pass me? What, you mean in this location? Probably. Since I'm still ground-bound. I can't fly. Is someone I haven't attuned to yet? Okay, so you're not flying either then. Let me in! Let me in! Oh, there's a... See, if you had banged the bunnies, you would get... No, that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. From what I can tell, a lot of people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholar Montague mentioned. And yeah, but it's not. Just stop asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Getting knowledge like SCDs. It doesn't work like that. Might get dumber. Let's meet by the Aetheryte once our work is done. That's like the extreme version of furry, okay? There's like 4 different levels of that shit. As if that would be possible. Yeah, kinda is. Helping with the Ark, even with all the power Master Kokol has managed to squeeze out of the Aetherburner, is still not enough apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying, there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan and all will be well. Have you even tried to bang the bunnies? Nope, nope. You know, I'm good. No, I'm good. If it's a Vera, maybe, but not those. Offering to help? That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly a list of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon. And then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so it'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I've not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they are enormous looming giants. Why, I would much prefer something small and fluffy like that bat-headed rabbit that ran by. That's disappointing. I mean, have you tried to bang the bunnies? Why aren't you banging the bunnies? Oh, hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Working on Aetherburner. Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties, checking and loading samples day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one would be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The forum's got enough on the plates as it is, but with deciding up who goes to board the Ark and when, a lot of powerful people have opinions about that. Our heart goes out to Master Fon Shal and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. They even have time to sleep? Yeah, how do you deal with that? Bunch of powerful people would be able to be like, oh yeah, here, let me go ahead and give you some extra money so I can be like the first one on that ship, Boop. Well, there's one of the leopards. 4 of them, never mind. Fancy meeting you here, Lorista. Our friends in the forum brought us to see the teeny tiny boat. Toy boat. That, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is the Theris itself. That we now find ourselves in sort of a funny underground miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chanced upon Urianger and your good self. Since you're both dawdling about, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest? Wouldn't that be fun? I don't know anything about this place, why are you asking me? I don't even know where the fuck I am, besides I'm underground. That's all I got. Atura Labyrinthos. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Bestway's burrow, it would be in our best interests to have the Lolliprits to acquaint themselves with those conditions deemed optimal by the Charlian collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture. You just want to get away, don't you? I do too. What a marvelous idea! Might we begin with that great big what's-it over yonder? Big what's-it? Oh yes, the what's-it. I shall leave his explanation to Lorista. You dick! Quick, they left. Let's leave. Shit. And 1 and 2 and oh, I thought they were gonna be down there. Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magics is positively stupendous. Wait, the fuck? You guys have a rating system down here? I mean, I guess it makes sense. Perhaps you could direct your attention to its most important features. Wait, how the fuck are y'all making it rain? I guess it's the big wheels? G apparatus for points of interest. Oh, okay. Tanks? It's a little hard to see from here, but is that a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? And I can see through that window another pipe at the bottom. Ah, it must be purifying water up, drawn from below. Why does the music sound like this intense? Remember this part of MSQ? Is that water I hear from inside that big great tube? It must be because of those cogs and that gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. It's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside the tube. Yeah, what I don't understand, Rusher, is why the music sounds like this the whole damn time. It's like I'm ready for battle. That looks like the trees in Greatest Endsvale. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. It's thin at the bottom but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so imbalanced, too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. Yeah, it's the water system. Oh, shift. Are you voiced? Nope. Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably with some of the other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it. Designed brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install it in even the harshest of environments. For us Loporrits, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling society. Settlement. We have read, however, that people of Etheria sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Oases. So wherever you choose to live, you're never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We could provide enough water to keep them drying out completely, but it would appear they rely on it far more than we anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order, once we have calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtain the water in the first place. Master Alphinaud spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through Logiston Alpha, did he not? Mayhap the Loporrits will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Sharlayan Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? Valid concern indeed. We could not help but notice the many dangerous-looking creatures with big nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of the settlement. Were we not escorted here by busy custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big nasty teeth, Loporritos may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. He's trying to abandon them. Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to Logiston Alpha? Fuck! For my part, I shall act as escort to Living Way and Cooking Way, and trust Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. If I'm clearing the way, why am I doing it? Fine. A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrible beastie. Come along, Growing Way, to the water extractor. What's it? I'll be right back. I swear, those pups and the other dog. Alright. The older dog doesn't like the pups. He'll growl at them and they start barking at him, showing that the dominance or whatever. And it just gets old real quick. So I don't need that in the background. I'm just hearing dogs barking at each other. Not that hard to separate them either. There's a fate and it's fresh. Cause you gotta fight for your right to kill shit. Damn it, I didn't want you. Oh, fuck you. Come here. I love being the warrior. What's weird? What's going on? Right where you are, and I don't see any fates. If I had to take a guess, you might be in a different instance than I am. Because I noticed they started splitting them into their own instances areas. That's my assumption right now. All I got. I am surprised that no one's popped up yet, though. These guys are annoying as fuck, though. Whew. I don't know, I'm endlessly questioning how the fuck we both in Midgard somewhere and we aren't seeing the same thing. Like I said, when it comes down to this zone, I think there's like several layers of it. Because when I first came in here the first time, they asked like what server do I prefer to be on, and I think I put it down as I don't really care, so they're probably putting me in the low populated one. So yeah, we're in the same area, it's just we're not in the same server. That's the only thing I can figure. Oh, fuck you. Yeah. I mean, it's a good response to what is happening to the servers right now, though. Because, yeah, they still need to catch up with that. Thank you so much. Really hope this water extraction Whatsit is worth these harrowing experiences. All part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not get burned to a crisp if it's all the same to you. As they run off on their own again. I feel like I'm gonna be I think Meteon is gonna be like the last boss of this expansion, maybe. Getting to the skies is gonna be a problem by itself, but oh, I could go over that edge. My friends, I bid you welcome to Logican Alpha. Our destination doth lie at the lift's top. Pray, follow me. I don't want to pray. Gross. Weird. Makes me feel sticky. Yep. Coffee. Marvelous. Simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. Yeah. You're all very lucky that Aetherius just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out the way they are because of the available resources, I wonder? Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. I got new pants. What do they look like? Oh, they actually look like jeans. Fascinating. Blue. I don't need that, apparently. Not that you can see the pants, because this is whole like actual outfit. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Morale Ergonomics. As I imagine, seeking away the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus, wouldst thou be so kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Sure. Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Ariane is telling me about. You won't see any of that here. Even as incredibly vivid, if a 2-bit verbose, descriptions cannot compare to the sampling them myself. Not to mention Aetherius will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Let us book no further delay. The food here is not worth it, I'm telling you. I'm warning you. Oh, not that one. Oh, hey, Rusher. Well, I guess I have to wait for you to get back. Oh, can I make it? Can. Even target's not in range. Oh, my level's too high. There we go. I already have it, never mind. This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here, and I spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in a compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read those who help themselves to a farmer's crops without permission often cut and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to give me part with a few samples. Also, because I've heard a lot about this, and all the memes about it, and all the jokes about it, this is the place where they were at, right? It is. Never forget, boys. Never forget. Oh, fuck me. What a fine mess this is. Oh, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the Exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we can do. First on the moon, then on whichever star on the Forum decides which will become our new homes. It's all so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, whenever we have to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones we can take may not survive in the new environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if I may. By all means, help yourself. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So, where to begin? The grapes. The grapes. The grapes. Never forget, lads. Never forget. Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes? Never forget. Let's see if they're as delicious as they look. Never forget. So sweet, so sour. The taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit, which is within, is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. Well, that's certainly giving me food for thought, though in a far less visceral manner than any philosopher's carrot. Tell me, what is your opinion of grapes? Never forget! Yeah, for a choice bunch, I'd brave a volcano. Yes, they are rather Moorish, aren't they? And from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next treat. Never forget! I'm gonna go on like that for a while. The damn meme. Orange by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. Yes, that's equal parts sweet and sour, as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Urianger about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your nose up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are in my esteem, let no one say I said otherwise. Ah, but speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in the field over there. Where is over there? Oh. Oh, speaking of feed the chocobo. That color, that texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrots? Those are pumpkins. No, in any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste. Ugh, it's so hard and flavorless, I may as well be chewing on a piece of wood. That all but confirms it. These are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. You gotta eat the inside. Stop. Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above all, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I remember. And perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder though, if there is anything even more delicious. How about the yellow fruit over yonder? Oh, no. You want to eat lemon, don't you? Yep, that's a lemon. Okay. What a wondrous fragrance. With luck, it'll have flavor to match. As I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. Oh no! No! My tongue. Is this poison? It's lemon. A lemon? You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How could something so similar to an orange be so revolting? It may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I had better call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with the grapes and oranges. Let's so with the pumpkin. Though I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon. The deceiver. I feel so violated. First time, was it? I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth in more ways than one, so I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss for me to spurn this opportunity to... Oof. Bit of sick came up there on more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin, do your worst. This should pallet them. I give them pallet. Dot dot dot. Do this. Boop. This is delicious. Although I can still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed that vile bitterness can be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state. It has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal. Sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum agonized over what was worth preserving, and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we are to survive. Such strength of will. Now that I know what Heidelin sees in your kind. Wait, can you talk to her? Mankind, the Loporrits. We were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learn all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly and its downfall. For perfection is an unattainable ideal. 'Tis the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in the futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise. The dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect. To be content with what we have, and make the most of it. That's actually deep. That's very deep. When life gives you lemon, make lemon muffins. Pardon my Eorzean. What in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? Cooking Way, at your service. I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon. And once you get there, you'll be able to try out my carrots. I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of the Aetheris species as possible, if you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course. I look forward to it. Well, this has been all highly productive. Probably. Let's go and see if Urianger and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? I really do hope I get the gloves and the boots soon. Because as much as I like the original outfit, it clashes too much with the... What the hell? I still want to dye my Chocobo, okay? This is still my favorite mount. I love all the mounts though, except for that one. But this one, by far my favorite. Hey Rush, are you there by any chance? I just had a simple question about a class, and I'm not sure if you know about it or not, because I don't know what your levels and classes are. That was most enlightening, especially the part about the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famed for the cuisine? Limsa Lamensa. Yeah, Limsa Lamensa. That's why I learned my cooking, so yeah, there. Would that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Aetheris, the more I wish we could spare it from the final days. Might be able to. Alas, Heidelin's orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. Ah, no, it's wrong. Loop. Larissa, I trust thy time in Mariel ergonomics did bear fruit. Oh my god damn it. Never forget! Our own efforts too were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them for us for a fortnight. The last time is of the essence. Let us return to Charlie and Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every Loporrit there, should further questions within my power to answer arise. Aww. Ah. Let me down! Let me down! Please! What is the fuck is in the middle though? We're gonna be going to that must be where the ship is, over here somewhere. Let me in! Let me in! I believe I can fly! Oh. Once more feeling. Sigh. Yes, Larissa, that was indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Aetheris at Logiston Alpha, that's why. A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that? Yeah, no, the Black Shroud. Gasp, I say. With the star so wonderful, it comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard yet achieving so little. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy of their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. No. Thancred, yeah. Hi, Thancred. How didst thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping to move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the Forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurried to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death. And we can hardly tell them there's no cause for concern. Perhaps not. Though aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten the burden. Me? Be of use to people? I'm honored that you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up for the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. You say so, I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. There you go. This is as good a place as any. Come. Hoist. No. Oh, can I help you? Can we help you? It is you who would help me? Is my anxiety truly so obvious? A burden shared is a burden eased. Pray, tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners. I'm an engineer, you see. What they say of the ship, that it's the sum of decades of Charlene ingenuity, that it's built with peerless Allegan technology, is all true, but I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone float in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard for the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us, then what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight, or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. I thought the ether burner's designs was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and dost thou hold the power to allay his fears? Oh, I'm not sure about that, but well, maybe you could tell me if there are any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatiotemporal spell to regulate the environment. But what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Ah, gravitation. Maybe I could be of help after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rule applies. And if you consider them as part of the one great big cosmos rather than separate places... That's right, talk science, talk nerdy to him. I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yet if Thancred's tale be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might it prevail upon the Loporrits to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Aetheris, and learn more about them while we're at it. You guys are some freaky-looking bastards. Full glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions, bring them hither. Arista, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Pray seek Seek thee out the distressed and the apprehensive, inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, and that I may introduce them to a suitable Loporrit. Welcome back, welcome back, Rusher. Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Loporrit, and every Loporrit in their place. Why do I gotta be the one to do this? Oh yeah, two things, right? One, somebody got me this mount. Just some random viewer of mine, well, a good friend of mine viewer. And second, have you had a chance to play the Reaper yet? Boop. Boop. What am I thinking about? The medical facilities on the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and Chirurgans, but to imagine every illness or injury that one may face in the great expanses beyond any of us. To say nothing of the effects that living out there indefinitely might have on the body. Crew from the moon? Why did I not think of that? I gotta find 8 of these? Holy shit. The end of the world is nigh, yet the work goes on faster. It goes no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things, feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet, I've never felt so alive. Oh, only sleep can save her now. Squiggity, 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 squiggity. "56 bunches of weeds in the ground, 56 bunches of weeds, rip one out, add it to the mound, 55 bunches of weeds in the..." I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear. I was in need of a little break, you see, and then I found myself unable to relax at all, so I went on a walk, and then I noticed these weeds and... pleasant conversation partners, and oh so fuzzy. Goodness me, that does sound like a much better way to relax. Is the music supposed to be stuck like this? Not that I'm complaining, but... Hi! By the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Oh, do pardon me, I didn't see you there. There is no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment. And if the hull design buckles under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind. That is highly unlikely, yes. Yes, highly unlikely. Highly... Go talk to one of these bunny people. Our visitors could help me triple check our structural flaws, you say? That would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easily already. Kind of think about it, that would be stressful as fuck. If you fuck up even the slightest bit on that hull, and the ship takes off, you just killed who knows how many people in there. You! Yes, you idiot! Have you seen an envelope lying about? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless our friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damned envelope, I doubt there'd be more help than you. And you've wasted enough of my time already. Okay, fine. Shit. My face? What's wrong with my... Ow! Perhaps I am a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Talk to a bunny. Including the leopards in your discussion is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps the biology itself might offer some clue as well. I see you up there, mister. I'ma come and talk to yous. Dot dot dot. Huh? Consult our collaborators. I suppose that would be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips, should the ether burner make our original estimates unfeasible. But there are simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow would turn inside out. But perhaps the Luna Associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. You missed my whole little grape episode. That's fun. How might I help you? Bunny, talk. Hi, what a lovely idea. I too noticed people becoming rather tense, so I rushed out here to pluck some fresh and fragrant tea leaves. Now I need to only track down 100 or so cups. But don't you worry, I can manage. I hope you're planning to cheer up everyone goes well. Shit, she's doing better than I am, apparently. That's mean. Why'd you have to point me out like that? Why'd you put me on blast? There has to be somebody back here, right? Or maybe I'm just stupid. Yeah, I think I'm just stupid. Unless there's somebody in here. Or it's closed. George! It! Ow! My chair legs! My wheels! I can't move my wheels! Shit! Is anything bothering me? I've been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a void sense played as a piano. My feet and knees as drums, and cymbals too. Come on, I just need 3 more people that are upset at the world. Have you heard anything of what's on the moon? I have no doubt that we can make it up there, but the searching for a new star part of the plan sounds awfully vague to me. Hello, Raiders! Vika Silov. I probably mispronounced it. I am so sorry. Hold on a second. Because I don't think I have my own moderators here. Bloop. There we go. Playing Null? I've never heard of Null. The sound of the peach horde of clapping cheeks raiding. Clap, 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 clap. Hi Vika, how was your stream? Thank you so much for the raid, thank you. Drink something right. Yo, horse. Hello Raiders, those that don't know me, I am Jake Icewind. I'm a variety streamer, and I'm mostly streaming Final Fantasy right now. But I play a lot of games. It's just, I love the story of Final Fantasy, so I can't help myself. And what is Null? I haven't seen that game before. How'd your stream go? Everything go cool? You had some fun? I don't know what game that is. I gotta check that out. Actually, yeah, let me check that out. Now, you know what, I'll keep reading this. I asked the forum, but they will only tell us that the collaborators have everything under control. Forgive me, but I don't feel particularly safe wandering through the sea of stars on God knows what made by God knows who. Had a nice B-Day stream. Oh, happy birthday! That's cool. Really cool. Here we go, Talk Bunny. You mean to say that I can speak with them directly? Amazing, I hope they have, like, questions. I'm currently looking for stressed out pedestrians that need to talk to the people that made the ship. My gear is still really off, so if the outfit I'm wearing looks kind of weird, blame that. Because boy, it's weird looking armor. And that's my little Chocobo, which I gotta feed before he decides to leave me again. Who the fuck are these people? Oh yeah, that's right. I was wanting to look at what null was. Let me do this right quick. There. So I can keep the sounds going. Unless I'm looking too much into that. I might be just getting that weird. There's a lot of null. Sadly go, need sleep. Okay, yeah, you sleep well, okay? Happy birthday again. And yeah, I'll definitely have fun. Thank you so much for the raid again. Those of you that haven't, jeez. What the heck are these people? La 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 la. Also, I saw what you did there, Blizz. Excuse? How the rest of y'all doing today? Or night. Either one. Whichever one you're on right now. Blasted assistants. Where could they have gone it off at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I have not the time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm that ether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems that I still have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine... The Loporits are willing to help? Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 24 times already and haven't slept in weeks. Easy, they haven't slept in weeks. You let them sleep, man. That's probably where they went. They probably went to go nap somewhere. I need one more of these guys. Just one. Not much is leveling. Surprised I got Sam and Warrior close to 90. I've only got Warrior up. Have you tried the Reaper class yet? I've been meaning to try that class out, but I think I'm gonna go through all the MSQs before I do. Where are you? Mr. Stressed Man. Yeah, right now it's 81. Oh, how's it play out? Is it fun? There we go. Just leave me to my misery. The forum can appoint someone else. I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark if I'm already falling apart under the pressure? Talk to a bunny. You know a starship pilot that I might speak with? Truly? Well, then there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. I've been meaning to try it out though. What level do they start you off at actually? Is it like all the other classes where it's like level 60? Behold, Arista, though thine efforts word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos, verily to a far greater number than we anticipated, living way doth gather more Leperitus as we speak. His lingo sometimes gets me. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I prithee. Sure, it feels in a way like Dragoon. At first I thought, oh boy, this will get boring if all I do is the 1, 2, 3 combo. Then I did this job quest that actually tells you how things go. So I'm guessing they like different skills for different means and different things to do. Perhaps? I don't even have the class yet. Oh, you can't even see my first bar over here. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, see? I got all my classes around like here, up here, and all my crafting and gathering ones. It starts at 70. Oh, okay. That's not that bad. A little close to, yeah, but yeah, I guess it makes sense. It would start them closer into there. I'm guessing the Sage does the same thing. Voice dialogue. I can hear that. It's still kind of weird that the little bunny people are the pilots. Oh shit, punt.
Finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
I want to do that. I'm just kidding. I want to punt them. I'm just
lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Yeah, Sage was the class I did the MSQ with. I had to get it to ED.
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
Oh my god. He is so relaxed as a pilot.
Impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
All one sleeping, the leaders in brown.
After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every
Never
question,
forget the grapes.
no matter how trifling or trivial.
The fucking grapes.
Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge. When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that, were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
I'm still like offset by the fact I have like white gloves and brown other stuff.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt.
And this big ol' axe on my back.
Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Peace. Uh-oh. Here it comes.
Oh there. There was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Yeah? No.
Yeah. Yes. I am.
He stumbled.
Vilson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
That's... oh, fuck. Oh, no.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Oh no.
Likewise, old friend. Blavida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Arthur, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Aww.
Do you have any idea how worried we were?
Come on. Come on. Come on.
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person.
Come on.
No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise. Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you.
Woof.
Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
There you go.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and platitudes of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized, and meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me.
Shit.
But in our hearts, we know. We always know.
Shit.
I remember
That's
when you were
a
young,
harsh one. That's
how
a
the
rough one.
lads teased you for choosing the company's books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while. Arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better. I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together.
Oof.
You've no idea how proud we are.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too.
I think we should just leave them be for now.
The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Oof. Oh, good lord. What's with the bunny?
Moonbreeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
Yeah.
You could ask the man himself.
She really was.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
Honestly, that's a strength coming from what's going to be happening.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
When you consider it.
It's too soon for this to end.
Because the whole thing about the end of days is basically like people trying to find ways to never have sorrow. That's kind of what killed off so many other civilizations. Whew. That's a cool hat. Holy shit. Like a top hat, like the Mad Hatter would wear or something. I like it. Aloista, be assured that I am fine. I am full glad to see them too after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, it would have been far harder had I faced them alone. Alright, new shoes. No, not the land ones. I need to get rid of the hand one. That's land. And hold on to that just for later. That. Alright, now there's one piece to make me look normal. Now I just gotta get rid of the gloves, which are right there. Thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the Loporrits. Not disposed to rest on the laurels, several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to the stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, so shall I remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alice. Last I saw, she was still struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know whose help she is less likely to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my misfortune, I could think of several other things I ought to be doing. Until later. Ah! Hey, over the hedge. And zigzag, ziggity zagzag. You're cool looking. So anyway, oh, I can actually get a full view of what this thing looks like. I can't remember what they said that was, but I think that's where the ship's gonna come out at. Is it gonna look like the fucking Enterprise or some shit? Oh, wait, no, I want in. Chop down this tree with extreme prejudice. Come on, look my way. Or don't. Holy shit. He gives 0 fucks. Oh, somebody has that damn cat girl voice. I hear it. You guys can stun him, you know. Oh wow, to see 3 people just get boosted up like that, fuck. No. You missed me, bitch. Oh god. No. I don't want it. It's... Nerissa, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Well, I appreciate the assistance. We need to get these to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples. So try not to be too rough with them. Alphinaud should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. You'll see me there. I have 3 minutes to complete the task. Should you fail, return to... Oh, God. Oh, wait, this way. Ah, wrong way. I was going the wrong way. I'm sorry, I just love the music, you know? I see someone's farming out here. 2 people are farming out here. 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. It must have been a rare resource, okay. Side note, that's where the rare resource is. Two minutes. I can make this. I just wish I could sprint. I'm so slow. Oh, you're helping with the crates? Wonderful, you can put that there with the others. Wait, why are we just setting him right here? You have my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? And I suppose I have Thancred to thank as well. If you're wondering why we are tasked to bring these boxes to Aporia to begin with, so was I. It turns out that this is a base of operations of sorts. Those with final say as to what's included in the Shape's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. Excuse me? Oh. That should be everything. Carried all of them at once? Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh hush, they're lighter than they look. Not everyone has your delicate arms. Oh, I suppose we should let someone know that we finished. Theo Paladin is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance at least. Considering where we are, you might even learn something interesting. No. I keep the music intense for some reason. I don't know why. I think I glitched it. Okay. I don't know why I'd even bother with the Chocobo Porter, but okay. Because we have these. I think I'm in the center now, aren't I? No, I'm not. Not even close. Gods, it never ends, does it? What can I do for you? We brought samples from Charlie and Hamlet. Series 110. The crates are by the entrance. Oh, thank you. I had expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. Are you Fron Charles' children, are you not? Alphinaud and Alice, at your service. We're well acquainted with father, I take it. Quite. I've been friends with your parents since our days at the studium. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Clearly it's been quite some time since we've met. It is good to see you again, wielding your father's knowledge, no less. You knew our parents when they were young? What were they like? Pray, spare no detail. I should like nothing more than to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and reams of paperwork want for submission. We can help with that, in exchange for the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Very well then. There happens to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery. So how about you take one each? I said that wrong, but oh well. Wait, right there. Thank you. I guess I'll take this paperwork. You will find a forum representative waiting to collect these near the southmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind, Alphinaud and Alice. I'm certain they'll be back soon enough. South. I'm assuming these? Nope. This? Maybe? You! Hi. Paper? Are you not one of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? I thought you were meant to be working on the Ether Burner. Theo Paladin's paperwork. I was beginning to worry he had misplaced his quill. I appreciate your help in seeing these documents to my hand at last. As for your other task, pray keep this between us, but I sincerely hope you Scions succeed. The Exodus is without a doubt the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum, so we must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Charlian has ever been a nation of the curious. It would be a tragedy indeed if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of truth. At least someone's being nice about it. Oh god, there's a... might be a... oh god, this damn mount. Boink. Cursed it is. Cursed. Alright, time to kick it up. Oh. Don't want it. You can't take it from me. I shouldn't have bothered picking this up. Oh well. And one. Ah well. Tiny bit of XP and some gems is still something, I guess. So how's everyone doing tonight? I'll have a nice little time. Quick and efficient, I dare say. You have a talent for this work. I was there, I could have helped, but I think I did the same thing you did with the zones. Probably. So you're here, but not here. I understand. Twins' paper only need to be delivered to elsewhere in the facility, so they should be returning any moment. It happens, it's cool. It's all good, man. They gotta do what they can to try and mitigate some of the numbers. You return with not a scrap of paperwork remaining on a person's. You will note. You both have my thanks and my apologies for setting you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a babe, you struggled out of your swaddling clothes and... That is quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories of our parents we'd asked to hear, to reiterate. Of course. I've known your father for so long. I must have something. Well, as you know, part of why the Livier name garners such respect in Charlian is your father's storied history. No two can trace your ancestry directly to those who came abroad. Crypt's Hope, that one, Hope, a lineage few can claim. Yeah, true, my shit thought it was only for the MSQs. I went on, don't care like you did. Yeah. I guess we were wrong. It happens. I never thought much of it myself. It's not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it was traditionally been a point of pride. 'Tis why that one's pronouncement renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason has been our family's creed. To your grandfather's time, Archon Louisoix looked not to Dinkerm's words, but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his peers, then that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations, that led to him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict and calamity will follow. Thus, to ignore the plight of those who might conceivably save it is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well. Indeed, Archon Louisoix lived by that personal creed. He used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Charlian or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Franz Charles could not reconcile Louisoix's deeds with the philosophy of the forebears and his peers. A philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Franz Charles agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. It is not always thus. Gods know Franz Charles is a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. And even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts, every moment, every day. That is not an exaggeration in the slightest. Should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I've never seen since he first took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. But he is also frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that a given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. A profoundly annoying habit when you're on the other side end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. That'd be kind of weird to see me skip. I'll say. Thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Now something embarrassing. Try not to get me into too much trouble now. I need the form on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure so those specimens you brought make it to the proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. I got gloves. Now I'm not gonna look so weird. I mean, I don't really look weird, but yeah. Hail, you three. Oh, what the fuck? Raha, surely Kokol hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, he has sent me a task that requires more than a single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Alice and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. What about you, Larissa? Can you spare the time? No. No! Perfect, this didn't take long. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, there we go. Take that. No, hey, give me. Yeah. No, that doesn't look that bad, actually. Hey, do I have a little gap in my arm here? Oh, I do. That's cool. I'm gonna do a little bit more and then I'm gonna call it. In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls right out of the bloody sky and into my lap, Master Kokol wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to an anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames in Kokol's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of ether being funneled to his furnaces. The flow of fire-aspected ether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, to which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safely. Oh my god. But I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Charlie and Hamlet once the adamantite arrives, if not before. This way, then. I noticed there's a lot more bun boys, but I guess that could kind of be expected. It looks like my carriage is on fire. I didn't notice that. Nope. Come on. Faster. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Switch to your healer stance, please. Thank you. I should not have pulled this many. Their AoEs are everywhere. They're asking me a question in guild. I was trying to see if I knew it or not. Except I shouldn't be looking at two things at the same time. I wonder how many of these I already have. Kind of hard to tell when I keep pulling everything. Excuse you! Pardon me, coming to! I'm tired of you. You're tired of me. Come on. Alright, let's see how many I have. Oh my god. Alright, I know when that is. Hold on. So the question is... Yeah, I already helped out. Boop. Are you part of the guild still, Rusher? You're saying you're in game right now, but it... Oh, there's an ether wind. That, I need that. Come here. Let me absorb you. Get on my hand. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and justify our ether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water-aspected ethers will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which we would both rather not be drawn into the reactor itself. Trust me. Can I ask you that you put down any that draw too near? They'll pose you little trouble, I'm sure. Yeah, sure. I can do that. Wait here, if you would. Peck him! Peck him to death! Peck out their eyeballs! Peck them out! I don't know what I'm doing. Are you voiced? Nope. Did everything go smoothly out here? No. You see the corpses? I thought as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. And the water ether appears to be venting properly. I expect Kokol will have a difference in his flame forged by the time I return. Since I have you, there was another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you and only you have been to Elpis. As we have established, refined adamantite is a product of Alleg, of the Empire's twilight years in fact. It was a material which saw much use as part of the Allegans' efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. Of those who would push farther, expand Alleg's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Amon. You remember his life as Hermes? I believe he had his own reasons. There's no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? Residual memories, maybe? This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls like minds have a personality, so to speak? A natural disposition towards which they are inclined? We know with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Alec that moved Amon to resurrect Emperor Xande. The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Xande's return, Amon provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Xande been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those around him lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequences of their actions which matter. The motives are of no moment. And yet, to reach those stars on wings of adamantite, to travel to the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. But enough musings for now. Why don't we see how Coco is doing now? Oh, I can just circle around this way. Yay! Let's see. Discover a new location. Lakitstangama. Don't y'all start on this one. I'm going there eventually. Eh? Thank you for the host, you lovely person, you. Hi, Vulpix. How you doing today, beautiful? Up. There's somebody yelling in the background. I'm good. I'm doing okay. It's been a iffy day. We had an issue with the puppers. One of them got hold of one of the neighbor's chickens. He was playing. Thankfully, the neighbor didn't care too much about it. I mean, he didn't like freak out about it or anything. He just said, "Dogs be dogs." All right, you guys are lovely. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, the guy lost the chicken in the process, unfortunately. But according to him, the chickens were bought by his ex, so he wasn't too concerned about them. Yeah. I felt really bad about it though too, because that chicken was just out. Oh, this is loud. Woo! Loud! Don't get too close, because I'm gonna run circles around him. It's the proper way to deal with anything mob-wise. Especially ones that keep dropping AoEs like a records or some shit. Holy shit. I keep seeing my hit points dropping like a prick. Come on, keep following me. Follow the leader, bitches! Aw, he's taking all my aggro. Oh my god. Okay. So, I'm sorry about that. But yeah, when we talked to him, the guy was like, well... Oh, he's trying to do something else. When we, he came over and he said his ex had bought him for him. And she was his ex, it didn't turn out well for them. And... while he was a little upset that he did lose that chicken, he was like, well, dog's a dog. You don't really do anything bad, and I don't do anything bad to y'all, so I'm just gonna count this as a loss and just try not to let it happen again. Because a dog's a dog. And he was just trying to play. He just got a little too rough. Here, I can feel those flames blazing from here. Glad you found someone capable. Raha is, but there's not much left for you, lot to do. Unless you can conjure up the refined adamantine any faster. I'm kind of wanting to get back into the shit. I don't know why I want to say that. I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do, only... I hate waiting. I want that in the meantime, and I want it now. Share your impatience, I assure you. Is there nothing truly else we can do? We can assist with in the meantime? I wish. This sitting about's unbearable. Pity the forum frowns on recreational explosives. Explosions? Why would you blow something in... Never mind. Never mind. As long as they can't prove it was premeditated. Get you gone. I have mistakes to make. Oh my god. In that case, I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure there's nothing else gone wrong, unintentionally otherwise. He's just gonna blow off steam by using explosives. I'm certain there are better uses for your time, however. I will join you in the Charlium Hamlet anon. Can I just, like, zip over there? distracted, or let's get distracted. Snowflake. Hey, honestly, it can be seen better this way. Snowflake. Snowflake. Oh, what the fuck are those things? The blue tigers, that's cool. Oh crap, you guys do AoEs too? Not as bad though. There we go. Come here. Bonk. Bonk. Come on, keep walking the max. Alright, there we go. Gotta enjoy that little bit of bonus XP when you can get it, right? No! Don't you touch me there! That's my Uncle Square! I'm not gonna bother trying for that one. Alright. I really do wish it would start going to other music. Don't get me wrong, I love this one, but it's like, come on. Goes me. Don't look behind you. I probably won't be streaming for too much longer. I gotta figure out ways to be like more engaging, you know? Get people talking more. I don't know how to do it though. I've been bad at it. Everything's legal. Why am I tired? I don't understand that. I don't understand, Captain. I just can't do it. She got a cool little hat. Like a little, that's not a hat, that's a hair. Whoops. Yeah, by my companions. Why do I feel like this is gonna go south real quick? I mean, we still have the end days coming, so it's not like...
All set, I take it?
Voice dialogue.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
Mm-hmm. That axe, though. Holy shit.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Okay, so everything's set. We just gotta get the engines going.
Had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Loporrits, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have, for the most part, been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
It's a good thing, because they needed
All
to
that
fucking help.
remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
And here it comes.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryo.
We get some.
Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Cool. Cool, cool, cool.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
Now we get to get this engine flowing. Wait. Okay, no, I know what that is now.
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner. I bring urgent news. A great commotion has broken out in Scholars Harbor. Your presence is requested with all speed.
What? Why is his robes green? That's weird. Maybe it's because of the district they're in.
Now, where might this delivery be?
Wait. I think I realize what the problem is. Oh, I see what the problem is. Everybody came with the supplies. Wow, they came in airships and everything.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
Look, they need to be done now.
Surely, these can't all be.
They're adamantite. Kate Sith and them too? What the fuck? Holy shit.
Bleeding hellfire. They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
Yeah.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamud shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation of the Sky Pirates.
There's that.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due. You did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
He's not wrong.
I will not stoop to your level.
You think that's enough adamantine for you guys?
My, what a grand welcome party.
Hancock and Saraban.
And yes, that's a
Come bearing
turtle.
relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help, to be presented with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance.
Oh Lord.
Our friends in
this should
Bosnia,
help.
for instance, have sent along a few artifacts for the brave allies of the Resistance. That's you.
Bosnia. Oh, okay.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Rayson Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements.
Okay.
Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices.
I wonder what dango
All
tastes like.
consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause.
Lending.
Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onokoro, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease, and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally, or die trying.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Which is where they came in.
Fortunately, our Majestic associates have been more than helpful.
Holy
Tis an
shit.
honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
Like, holy shit.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenar Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
It's free. Okay, cool.
We funded the venture. When?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing
Oh,
or two about
God,
spending.
no. It's the evil one. It's the evil one.
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
Okay, I'm sorry. Whatever it was, I'm sorry.
We also had the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Mother!
No. I watch from now having moments when I'm trying to learn this trial, but everything but this one part of it I find confusing. Wipes after wipes.
I
Then the
remain,
last
of
minute
course,
only the
an
war was
entirely
alive.
neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full. We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? And 'twould be a shame to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent. Waste not.
What the fuck?
However did you manage so much in so short a time, though? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
Erenville, you were involved too.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services
I don't know what
of the
trial that
Gleaners,
is.
spread across the world.
I guess I haven't got that far yet. I did have a lot of problems when I had to fight Zodiark,
you do
though.
not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlie. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed. To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
They spread it fast. Ooh. God damn, they're pulling out all the fucking stops now.
What's this about a ship that can fly to the moon? And why didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Cid, you brought the team.
A little Chocobo, the
Garland
little
Ironworks
robot.
finest. You need only point us towards my new
blanking on names right now. Like I know all of them though.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
Uh-huh.
He's
They
still of
change your
the
voice
mind
actor?
that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise. So we offer none of the latter.
No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm mishearing it.
What he sent is an Allagan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it too.
Holy shit, they could just get sending so much of that shit in here.
As you like us not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard.
Uh-huh.
I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure
Then your PC crashed. Oh, fuck.
Ilúcha's treasure
That
hunters,
sucks.
not least among them.
That sucks.
I know. How the Gobbyflock thought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with
Is that
an
a normal palm
astounding
feed?
quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allagan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Kinda wish I saw that actually.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat Han not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better.
This is so cool. I was fighting Zodiark, the tank popped the
You
home
will
gang.
recall that I
Took
spoke
all that
of my
stack
father,
marker thing. Oh.
Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great
Oh.
expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh
I mean,
empty
it's-
surrounds,
especially
and
with the home
imparted
game,
to
you'd get to
him
survive
the
it, but
strength
still,
to
oh.
persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ashdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion.
Good, Tiamat and
My
Hesverg
sire,
are still good.
too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well. Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all."
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself.
Bugger me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
But they can make it like a fucking bullet.
Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
Kokol?
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled.
Oh.
Do you not agree?
And here comes the complicated part. Come on. Are you gonna loosen up that asshole a little bit? You gonna relax?
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility.
Uh-oh.
Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with me. As family.
Finally! You loosened the fuck up. About damn time. About fucking time.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst. It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. The great Exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlene's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older.
Yeah.
Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, Perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing, when he perished at Carteneau. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you. No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been
Good.
an easy journey for you to have come so
Good,
far.
that's fucking good.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Amelians.
Somebody just give me some stuff.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well.
Nah, it's fine.
I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
Yeah.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You have no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. Not like I can talk, but sure. A moment of triumph is close at hand.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Finally, good to see the Sharlayans shipping the fuck up. All of it is. That's fucking good. Oh. We finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father had issued to us an invitation. As was agreed, he will reveal the means by which Hydaelyn may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aporia when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the Forum's methods for speaking with her is not without risks. I'm curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with the Adamantite have offered to stay and see to any remaining tasks that need doing. The Forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing that process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Thank you, Tataru. We're off to Aporia then. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and move there. Wait. Where is it? Oh, it's down here. I'm gonna see if it's the green marker. If it's not, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it. And it's not. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. I got some food ready up and I'm hungry, so... Let's see who is streaming right now. And who needs a good old raid? Oh, Queen, of course. Yeah. Got a Queen. No, there. Bloop, bloop. And hit this. Here. And hit this. Here. And... Nope, stop that. Not supposed to do that. So it doesn't cut to the cinematic. We are going to raid Queen. Oh, XG, okay. She's on Persona 4. She looks like she's just starting, so I'm gonna go ahead and send y'all her way. She's playing Persona 4. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, I should be back tomorrow. Same time, roundabouts. And it seems like this is a good time to actually do this time for the streaming. So, yeah. I'm gonna get myself some food. I'm hungry. And I'll see you all lovely people tomorrow. You have a wonderful day, okay? Bye, everyone.